Okay, one more go at the news before I get back to my movie. The baby products maker says that an independent study or something of some baby anklet, or the development of some baby anklet to monitor babies' breathing during the night to try and prevent sudden infant death syndrome. Somebody who has no children couldn't understand it well enough to whatever, he was either criticizing it or making it or whatever. Sudden infant death syndrome, children who stop breathing or something causes them to stop breathing during the night. Well, I only have one baby, and you see what a neurotic, overprotective mother I am. But my child is a little bit protective of herself too. As I said, she was the one who decided to stop breastfeeding, and she just stopped one day, looked me in the eye, and we both agreed without words. She was just a baby, that was enough. But we had tried it. It is eternity. But in any case, I just double checked because I was going to explain what I did with my baby. Out of not a fear so much, because I was willing to sit by her crib and sleep off and on during the day and sleep fitfully. And I was also willing to submit her to regular baby sleeping, but she just wouldn't do it. Babies who sit up in their cribs on their own and fall asleep. A lot of articles on it. Perhaps they or something at them, or God is aware that they might be a victim, become a victim, succumb to not breathing. Perhaps they're not breathing well themselves and sit up. But long before my daughter was old enough for that, when she was in the hospital, she slept on her back to sleep. If you do lie a baby down, they should sleep on their back. She slept fitfully in a room by herself, always did. Granted, she was used to perhaps being in the hospital with the buzzers and people walking around when she was, in her first month of life. But Chris was a light sleeper and had to work the next morning, and so it was just easier if she slept. So I had originally intended to do, like they did in the olden days and have the crib in the bedroom or a bassinet in the bedroom, but we just didn't have that set up. So when we got home, after the first month, we had her sleep usually sitting up in her a little chair, almost like a little I don't know what they're called, a bassinet chair, the bouncy chair or whatever it's called, in between us on the bed, or next to me on the futon. Rarely did I make it to the room with her to have her lie there and sleep, and she was perhaps almost a year by the time she started sleeping herself in the crib. But I guess by that point, sudden infant death syndrome, the danger is over, isn't it? Or pretty much. And it's only a little amount of time that we have to give to keep our babies alive, and once a baby stays alive, then they're alive. I am bizarre, but I'm not wrong if we're allowed to tell the truth that once we get here, we'd like to get our 100 years.